Assalamu alaikum dear students. In last lecture we were discussing about class 11th chapter 7 natural disasters. And we started from the natural disaster earthquake. In this lecture, we will try to conclude this topic, earthquake. There are three types of waves. In earthquake, P, S and L. P stands for primary waves, S for secondary, and L stands for longitudinal. Longitudinal waves, or we also call these waves as surface waves. Surface waves. These two waves, P and S, primary and secondary waves, these waves do not reach on the ground. These waves do not reach on the ground. Their primary and secondary, their horizontal component is strong. Means these waves, primary and secondary waves, their horizontal component is strong. These waves liberated their energy in a horizontal way. Means if this is the hypocenter, where it is the point under earth where earthquake actually occurs or happens, these waves spread like this horizontally. They liberate their energy, but in this way, in a horizontal way. So these waves do not reach on the ground. This is the epicenter, as we know, a point just above the hypocenter. Seismic focus on earth is called an epicenter. These waves liberate, primary and secondary waves liberate their energy in a horizontal way. They have the potential to get liberated, but in a horizontal way. That's why these waves do not reach on the ground. Then comes the L waves. L waves are also called surface waves. With the name suggested, we can say that surface waves. These waves reach on the ground. L waves, also called surface waves. L stands for longitudinal waves. And longitudinal means in this direction. This is longitude and this is latitude. So P and S waves liberate their energy in a latitude wise. And the longitudinal waves, there this L waves, surface waves, their horizontal as well as vertical component is strong. This means that these waves, L waves, longitudinal waves, liberated their energy in the two ways. This is hypocenter, where the actually earthquake occurs, and the waves which gets generated from this place are three waves, P and S. PS we discuss. Let us discuss L waves. Their horizontal component this way and vertical component this way are both strong. So these waves liberate their energy in a horizontal way and vertical way. These waves reach on the ground. That's why these are called surface waves. These waves reach on the ground. So the destruction caused by earthquake, the destruction is caused by L waves, surface waves. This study of earthquake is called seismology. Study of earthquake is called seismology. Earthquake is recorded through seismograph. The study of earthquake is called seismology, and earthquake is recorded through an instrument. We call this instrument seismograph. Then comes another instrument which measured this earthquake. Take earthquake which measured this earthquake, that is known as Richter scale. Which is, the scale is from 0 to 9. Richter scale measures the earthquake. The seismograph has already recorded the earthquake, then comes Richter scale and it measured it. So it can say us Richter scale, from Richter scale we come to know the magnitude of an earthquake. Magnitude, what is magnitude? Magnitude simply means amount of energy liberated by an earthquake. Magnitude means how much energy has liberated by an earthquake. That we can say it is the magnitude. If the earthquake occurs and Richter scale says that it was the earthquake of 7 point. So we say the magnitude of this earthquake was 7. The highest magnitude can be 9. From 0 to 9. Beyond 9, there is nothing, because you do not need if there would be a beyond 9, nothing will survive. This is the last point, 9. This is, then if there will be full destruction, it will be of 9 magnitude. Another term, intensity. It means amount of destruction caused by an earthquake. Magnitude is measured by Richter scale, which is from 0 to 9, and intensity, it is the amount of destruction caused by the earthquake. If there occurs an earthquake, how much destruction has caused it? Intensity is measured by Mercator's scale. Mercator's scale, which is from 0 to 12. You do not need beyond 12. Intensity is the amount of destruction caused by an earthquake. Then we called this let's take the example. If there occurs an earthquake of 9 magnitude, but we can say it is not necessary. The intensity can also be, it can be of high intensity. The intensity will be of 12. No, because it depends upon the location where the earthquake actually happens. An earthquake actually occurs. For example, if the 9 magnitude of earthquake occurs in Sahara Desert, world's largest desert, or 9 magnitude of earthquake occurs in Thar Desert, India's largest desert, definitely the intensity of this earthquake would be low, because intensity simply means there would not be the destruction, because people do not live there. There will be no destruction of lives, no destruction of property. At the same time, if the earthquake of 6 magnitude or 5 magnitude happens in New Delhi, largest populated UT of India, or any other place, UP, Uttar Pradesh, its destruction, its intensity would be definitely, it would be a high intensity, because people live there. It is the congested area. People live there, there is the property, there would be the loss of property, there would be the loss of lives. There are five major zones of earthquake. Number 1, very low intensity zone. Very low intensity zone. There are 5 major zones of earthquakes in India. First is very low intensity zone. It includes Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, and some parts of UP and Bihar. Second, low intensity zone. It includes remaining parts of UP and Bihar. First, it includes remaining parts of UP and Bihar. Second, it also includes whole of Madhya Pradesh. It includes some parts of UP and Bihar, whole of Madhya Pradesh, and some parts of Gujarat. third zone, very low, moderate intensity zone. Moderate intensity zone includes peninsular India. This is peninsular India. This is Indian peninsula. It includes peninsular India, but except coastal areas. Leave these coastal areas. Fourth, high intensity zone. High intensity zone includes coastal areas. Coastal areas of India, northeastern state. Northeastern states, Tripura, Meghalaya, there these Sikkim, Mizoram, these seven states. Northeastern state except Assam. High intensity zone includes coastal areas, northeastern states, but except Assam. Leave the northeastern state Assam. Other states which remains there do fall under high intensity zone, and remaining parts of Gujarat. The remaining parts of Gujarat do fall under high intensity zone, but except Bhuj of Gujarat. There is a place in Kutch district of Gujarat which is called as Bhuj. Leave the Bhuj aside, that other parts fall in high intensity zone. Then is the last zone, which is very high intensity zone. Intensity zone. It includes, first of all, Jammu and Kashmir, Assam, Bhuj of Gujarat, Jammu Kashmir, Assam, Bhuj of Gujarat, and island groups, means Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Lakshadweep Island. There has been the earthquakes in ancient India or medieval in modern. There has been the large number of earthquakes. There has occurred the large number of earthquakes. But one of the deadliest earthquake of modern history in India is regarded as earthquake of 2001. In 2001, there occurs an earthquake in Gujarat, Kutch district of Gujarat, at Bhuj. Bhuj is a place in Kutch district. Kutch is the district of Gujarat. In 2001, on 26th of Jan, on 26th of Jan 2001, it was the 52nd Republic Day of India. People were participating, people were rehearsing for the Republic proceedings, and it is said that some students were in the school building and they were preparing for and rehearsing for this Republic Day celebrations. So suddenly an earthquake about 8:56 in the morning occurred, and the epicenter was the Kutch district of Gujarat. It is said that the earthquake was of 7.7 magnitude. It was of 7.7 magnitude with the intensity of, you can say, intensity of 11. Its intensity was 11, so we can say that it has caused the tremendous destruction in India, in Gujarat, in and around the Gujarat. Epicenter was Kutch district, Bhuj in Kutch, and the magnitude was 7.7. Intensity of this earthquake was 11. So you can think that the destruction which it has caused. Now, it is said that almost 20,000 people lost their lives. One lakh 67,000 were injured. And 1,67,000 were injured, and almost 3,40,000 structures were damaged. Buildings were collapsed due to this. It is regarded one of the deadliest earthquake of Indian modern history.